What is going on, guys? Quarterfinals breakdown. Obviously, some of you probably saw these workouts earlier in the day and have been talking about them amongst your friends or coaches or whatever. So most people probably have a pretty good idea of what their game plans are for these workouts. We're just going to break down quickly some things that we're seeing or thinking about when we're doing the workouts, and then talk about some of the rules for each workout that we found a little bit interesting. So just a quick glance through the rule book at that. Big thing that I think people are going to need to keep in mind is the submission windows. Window 1 is deadline 12 p.m. EST on Friday for workouts 1 and 2, 12 p.m. EST Saturday for workouts 3 and 4, and I'm sorry, those are PST, so 3 p.m. EST. We're on the East Coast. Workout window number 3 is 12 p.m. PST. Workout 5 is due, which is 3 p.m. EST. So make sure you guys are correlating those up with whatever time zone you are in, and making sure you guys are submitting those workouts prior to your deadline. This schedule that we're going to recommend for the workouts is obviously going to vary depending on your time zone, and depending on when you can get the workouts in. Obviously, most of you have probably not taken work off for this, so you're going to have to squeeze some workouts in inside of a pretty tight window here. For East Coast individuals, you could potentially get away with doing 2 workouts tomorrow. Probably a little bit better. I think most of us have planned on doing 1 workout tonight and then 1 tomorrow morning. But if you have the time, 3 p.m. submission deadline is a distance away, so you could potentially plan on doing 3 tomorrow, because there is a 3 p.m. submission deadline on Saturday. You could do 2 on Saturday as well. Just kind of depends on what you want to do. But order, guys. Workout 4 is the lift. Probably smart to do that first. The only way that I would see not doing that first is if you feel like you lift a little bit better under fatigue. Maybe I know this has been some of my athletes' cases in the past, myself as well. Not the best lifting day coming off of a taper, which some or most of you should have had a taper leading into this. So maybe you might need a workout to kind of get going here. The first 2 workouts are just going to fatigue the legs quite a bit. So that overhead squat, the squat clean, pull off the ground might be a little bit fatigued if you decide to do 2 workouts first, even 3 workouts before workout 4. So probably smart to just, if you are going to work out prior to hitting workout 4, pick 2 or pick 1 to do first. Either or. For that, if you are deciding to do a workout prior to, the lunges are obviously going to make your glutes probably pretty sore. Most of you guys have had some tolerance to lunging. At least by this point in time, your program should have incorporated some lunging into it at this point in time leading into quarterfinals. And then also should have had some tissue tolerance for the pistols. The lunging workout is going to come down a little bit more to the handstand push-ups than it is necessarily the lunge, and a little bit more of like some shoulder stability than it is the lunge. The pistols are going to be, you're going to have to go fast on that workout. So you might want to hit the lunges first, or lunge workout first, maybe a little bit less fatigue possibilities or DOMS possibilities. Because of how fast that speed of contraction has to be on the pistols. Now, this isn't to say that you can go slow on the lunges. You still have to go fast on the lunges, but there's going to be a little bit more of a bottleneck on the handstand push-ups for most people than there is going to be a bottleneck on the pistol speed for most people, that's going to come into play. That's going to slow the lunge speed down. Sorry. The pistol speed is going to be pretty fast once you get done with the ring muscle ups. So hit on that. So workout 1, we'll just run down the list now. Workout 1, dumbbell positioning make sure you guys read the rules on this. They're not allowing you to kind of do that wrap. In the past, it appears that you have to have a full grip, dumbbell head resting on the shoulder. You can come up here if you need to. That was green lighted in the rule book. But that kind of wrap that people have done in the past appears to be a no-go this year, even if you do have a full grip under the dumbbell. For the workout itself, all of these workouts are really fast, guys, especially if you're at the top level. There's nothing capacity wise that is really insane. So a lot of these are just going to come down to speed of contraction and speed of movement. So the big guys kind of get favored in workout 3 and workout 5. The other workouts are kind of a little bit of a shorter athletes favoring per se. Workout 3 is a little interesting. We'll kind of talk about that here in a little bit. But speed of contraction for the elite is going to be super high on this workout. And then you're going to kind of break it down from there into what is your bottleneck in this workout. So this is they finally kind of have a little bit of a bottleneck workout in here. Is it going to be shoulder fatigue that limits you? So the amount of handstand push-ups and deficit handstand push-ups and strict handstand push-ups? Is it going to be the dumbbell positioning? So your mobility, is it going to be the mobility that fatigues you into the strict handstand push-ups? So those are a couple bottlenecks that you guys have to keep in mind for this workout. For the most part, the lunging should not be an issue. You should be able to go down, 50 feet or 10 steps, back 10 steps with all of these movements relatively easily. For most people, I think it takes them 7 steps to lunge 25 feet. So you're lunging a little bit over 25 feet each time, and you get a little bit of a break. You might be able to set the dumbbells down from the hang position and just turn around and pick them back up. It probably won't waste that much time in the grand scheme of things that you might be able to make up if you are worried about your legs blowing up in this workout. But again, elites probably just looking at turning around and just going straight into your next lunge. So mindset on this, guys, is just one 10-foot section at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you count to 10 again, 10 again, 10 again. So just 10 steps at a time, 10 steps at a time, 10 steps at a time. Those shoulders are probably going to be pretty roasted by the time you do get to those dumbbell overhead walking lunge. But if you do have pretty good shoulder mobility, you can kind of just bone stack and just hammer away at them, guys. There is a dumbbell positioning for that. So you cannot grab the head of the dumbbell, which allows that dumbbell to kind of sit back, pull the shoulder back a little bit more. You can have a bent wrist. So a bent wrist down, but cannot be holding the head of the dumbbell. So full hand has to be on that dumbbell collar. So that's a little bit more of a bottleneck that you might run into on this one. Or another bottleneck that you might run into is just the shoulder fatigue on those dumbbell overhead walking lunges by that point in time. So elites probably looking at max 2 sets on your handstand push-ups. Might be looking at going unbroken. The 10 strict for sure by that point in time, they'll be able to go unbroken on. I don't think the overhead is going to fatigue them that much, especially with how fast they're going to be moving on those lunges. The deficit, you potentially might run into some people having some issues with that. But I think at the Granite Games last year, they did 40. And for the most part, everyone was in like 2 to 3 sets on 40 at, I think, a little bit deeper deficit than this. So elites are probably going pretty close, 2 sets maybe on these handstand push-ups. I think that covers everything for that one. Again, probably missed something. You guys are probably, there's definitely some more information out there on these workouts. Somebody's probably already done them, so you guys can go check out that, get their tips. Workout 2, this is literally just a speed of contraction workout for the elites. For the most part, they should be able to go unbroken on the ring muscle ups. Pistols are going to just have to be super fast. So somebody that's able to get 30 pistols done in a minute is going to do pretty well on this workout. That is a speed of contraction that is possible. It's fast, but it is possible. The abs, everyone should have done a GHD ring muscle up, piece by this point in time in their careers. So you should kind of know that, hey, those abs do get pretty fatigued on the ring muscle ups. So that is kind of like the bottleneck of this workout, is that abdominal wall. Again, elites have probably trained this enough to not have that come into play. There is a possibility that you might see, and this is on the guys side of things, I think ladies might have to break up the ring muscle ups a little bit more. You might see some elites having to break up in that last round as well. But for the most part, it's going to be 30 seconds of pistols, roughly 30 seconds of 60 seconds of pistols, 60 seconds of GHD sit-ups. So essentially a 2-minute break between your ring muscle up sets. So that heart rate is going to come way down on those GHDs as well. So the only real fatigue that you're looking at that point in time is hip flexor fatigue. But the tolerance for elite athletes at this point in time should be pretty high. Individuals below that, you guys are going to have to kind of monitor what you're doing a little bit more, pay attention to the fatigue that you're feeling in the hip flexors, and prep for the muscle up volume in this workout. So if that means taking sets of 10 on the GHDs so you don't overexert your hip flexors, that means taking breaks on the GHD sit-ups. It is okay to do this. Again, this is like, you're wanting to maximize your score. Maximizing your score doesn't mean going balls to the wall for 2 rounds and then just dying on the 3rd round. It means sustaining a pace and an effort for all 3 rounds. And that might mean breaking up the GHD sit-ups so that you are fresher for the ring muscle ups, and then trying to hold a specific set number on the ring muscle ups. Maybe it's 4-3-3, maybe it's 5-3-2, something where it's a consistent rep scheme that you're trying to hit each time you approach the rings that doesn't force you to take a lot of rest because you're afraid you're going to miss a rep. So consistency, if you guys are not at that elite level yet, is what's going to be key inside of this workout. So those are first 2 workouts. Our 3rd workout, they threw a new movement at us. Some of you may have done death by shuttle sprints before, way back in the day, like 2011, 12 in CrossFit. Nasty workout if you have not done it. It gets real gross. So in total volume, this is 128 wall balls, 1,000 meters of shuttle running, or 3,200 feet, and then 16 rope climbs. So the squat contractions might start catching up to you at this point in time. This is 3 workouts in a row now with squat contractions. The set numbers are low enough that it shouldn't affect you too much. So for the elites, this is definitely an unbroken workout. The rope climbs won't affect you that much, especially if you've been practicing to that 15-foot target now. Not that big of a deal. You're going to be able to climb to that pretty easily in at least 3 poles, should be 2. Where the separator is going to be on this is your transition from shuttle run to first rope climb, how much time you're taking between your rope climbs, and how fast you are doing your shuttle sprints. So since this is a new movement, there are a lot of people that are going to be timid about this movement, and they're going to take it a little bit slower than they should. So it is only 1,000 meters worth of running. You're never really getting up to top speed. This is a lot of this is going to be a technical component to this workout, where we're wanting to make sure we're facing one direction the entire time. So don't pivot, just get both feet and hands behind the line. So make sure you guys read the rules on this. It is both feet and one hand behind the line. So at some point in time, tonight, tomorrow, practice that stopping and practice facing just one direction as you do these shuttle runs. We don't want to be pivoting off of one foot and just taking a whole bunch of circles. It's going to take up a lot of time, and it is going to slow you way down. If you've ever seen somebody do a 300-yard shuttle sprint for time, the individual that faces one direction the entire time will absolutely smash the individual that is turning around and pivoting each run. So this is going to come down to quick slowdowns, accuracy on your touch of your hand and making sure that both feet are behind the line, or both feet and hands behind the line. honestly, you could probably set up like a secondary line or secondary target of some sort that you're aiming for, so that you know that you have both feet behind the line. So if you're like, hey, if I can get to that target with my, let's say you're facing a wall where your right foot or I'm sorry, with your front foot touching that cone or tape mark, and you know that if you can do that, you're behind that 25-foot mark. That might give you something to aim for each time, so it increases your accuracy a little bit. So big thing on this one, guys, is just don't be timid on that run. Get after the run. It's 1,000 meters, is supposed to suck. You're going to be breathing heavy on this workout. The sets on the wall balls should allow you to bring down your heart rate a little bit. That back half might get a little nasty on the wall balls, but just get after those runs. This is a running workout. It is a kind of have to suffer on those shuttle run workouts. Like, you're going to have to get used to being uncomfortable in this workout if you have not already. For individuals that are kind of below that elite level, it's just grind. Don't stop. Keep moving the entire time. Push yourself a little bit more on those shuttle runs than you're comfortable with. You are definitely capable of doing this workout. It's just really about how much you want to push on those runs and how uncomfortable you want to make yourself. So there's a workout everybody should be able to do. Everybody should be able to get done. I don't know what the time cap is going to be, but 128 wall balls in for elites is a 4-minute thing. 16 rope climbs is right around 3 minutes fresh, maybe even a little bit less than that fresh. And that's peak. So you're probably looking at around 4 minutes for that with the fatigue, 4 to 5. So you're at 9 minutes there. And then 1,000 meters all out is like 330-ish minutes. So with the stopping and starting again, you're probably looking at increasing that a little bit closer to 5:36 for guys. So 15-ish minutes might be some of those top times that you're seeing on this workout. Transition will come into that as well. So we'll obviously we'll see once scores start coming out, but hopefully that gives you a ballpark of where you should be sitting. Workout 4, this is the bench press workout. I think so divided on this. Some dudes are probably just psyched out of their minds. Ladies are probably just whatever. And there's probably some dudes that are just absolutely freaking out right now. So bench press has finally shown up in a CrossFit workout. I guess they did do that girls workout, Linda, back in regionals in 2017. So, but bench press max has finally come out. So for this one, guys, some of the rules, make sure you read the rules on the bench press because it is a different standard. You are allowed to have plates on your feet. I think that is more applicable to ladies than it is to guys. 40-inch width on the bar. So your bar is going to have to be taped off. So this is, I think, something that people might be missing, is that fact that you do have to put tape marks on your bar and then stay inside of those bars. Just like for the handstand push-ups, same thing on the bench press. You have to stay inside of those 40-inch marks on the bench press. And then you must have your thumb wrapped around the bar was another rule that they were stating. During the lift, the feet come off the floor, bumper plates or the shoulders and the buttocks come off the bench. The attempt will not count. So something to pay attention to. Sorry, just reading this again here. You can have somebody load the weights on this one as well. I'm not 100% if just the toes have to be on the ground or if the full foot has to be flat. I'm kind of skimming through this right now, so maybe do a little bit deeper dive into that. So okay, so if you do get assisted off the bench press, make sure that there's a slight pause so you're not just coming off and diving right down into that give it a slight pause, and then come down into your rep. Last workout, guys, 30, 20, 10. Speed is the name of the game on this one as well. But don't come out so hot that you have to take 30, for guys specifically, 30 seconds between reps on those power snatches. So this workout is literally just kind of riding that red line. You can come out a little bit hotter on the rower and then maybe take your first couple burpees a little bit slower and then start to speed up into it, and then maybe slow down for your last 4 to kind of rip on that barbell. But the individual that's going to do well on this is a more powerful athlete. They're going to be able to ride that kind of power output and put up a pretty good score on this workout. So I think the best thing to do is just pick a pace that you want to row at. The row should take for guys somewhere around, man, you're probably going to have guys that row at 45 seconds, a little over 2,000 calories an hour. I think most top times are going to be somewhere in the 18,000 or 1,800 to 1,800 to 2,000 calorie range. I think you can get away with going at like a 16 to 17 though, so about a cal a stroke pull, so just over a minute, especially if you can make your transitions a little bit faster. You can even take the row a little bit slower to hammer on the burpees and then get to the bar. This could be a classic trap workout as well, guys, where if you do come out too hot on that row, you're just donezo for the rest of the workout. You get 10 burpee box jumps in and you're just eating shit on on the box. So save a little bit in the tank and think about purposefully slowing down some of your burpee reps at some point in time, whether it's the first 5 or 4, whether it's the last 5 or 4. You just want to be ready to make sure that you're ripping on that bar. You might have some ladies that can go touch and go. There's probably a couple guys that can go touch and go. If you get to that bar feeling pretty good, MRAP -1 rep, and then just start ripping singles after that. I think this is a workout that if you can get to like watch a couple people do it beforehand, so you get an idea of how you need to pace it for yourself. But yeah, if you can get some video exposure to this workout to see if it is a classic trap workout for you, what that bar is going to feel like, how fast you need to push the burpees, probably a pretty good idea. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people putting information videos out there for it. So you can definitely get an idea of that. So workout order, guys. Workout 4, definitely first to kind of chat about that in the intro here. If you feel better lifting prior or after working out, 1 or 2 before that, probably 1 would be the better idea. But workout 4 first, obviously workout 1 or 2 after that. Again, 2 is going to fatigue the legs, I think, a little bit more than 1 will, unless you have had no lunging volume prior to that. So workout 1 or 2, dependent on how much lunging volume you've had. If you want to give your legs a little bit of a break before you go into the squatting workout, you could do workout 2 on Thursday evening. Then you get a full day rest almost before you have to hit workout 3 on Saturday. Workout 1 Friday or Thursday night, depending on which one you want to do after the lifting portion. Workout 3, you guys can do on either Friday afternoon or Saturday morning, whichever you feel like you can get a better recovery session in on. It honestly, at that point in time, might not be a bad idea to do that workout on Friday night and get a feel for how those intervals or how those shuttle runs feel. That way you can get an easy retest in the next morning if needed. You've already got workout 4 done, but that you could use that Saturday morning for potential retest on your lifts, but it kind of frees up Saturday morning a little bit. Then workout 5 you can do on Saturday, you can do on Sunday. There are some options for that, but I would probably hit that one last. You could also move that to Friday if you're worried about tired legs, or just having the energy to kind of put forth a good effort in that one. If you wanted to do that one on Friday and then work out 3 on Saturday, that is also an option. But those are kind of, so those are kind of like the recommendations that we have. So either work out 4, 1 or 2 on Thursday evening, work out 1 or 2 Friday morning, work out 3 or 5 Friday evening, retest or rest, work out 3 or 5 Friday evening. So there's the option to rest on Friday evening. Saturday, retest or workout 3 or workout 5, and then Sunday option to retest workout 5 if you have done it on Saturday. You can do Saturday evening workout 5 as well, but I would probably, once you're safe on those time windows, I would probably space the workouts out as much as possible, and potentially go get some recovery done or something like that. So again, this kind of is, a lot of it is how you feel and what you're comfortable with. I don't think there's necessarily a set thing that you need to do specifically. Every athlete's going to be a little bit different. The big thing is just making sure you get your workouts done before your window is up so you can complete the workout. So optional retest on Saturday morning for workout 4 as well. So yeah, hopefully that gives you guys some good insight on these workouts. Hopefully it gives you guys some thinking points. As a coach, I don't necessarily like to tell you guys exactly what to do. You guys got to be free thinkers when you get out onto the competition floor. So I like to give you guys kind of some ideas to think about, some things to think about. And, that just opens up when you're thinking about things, and then conversing them to your coach or me or whoever just opens up the floor for more thoughts and ideas to come out. And that always leads to better success for athletes. So get to know your bodies. As always, that is always the key, is to know your body. Smash those shuttle runs, guys. Get after the shuttle runs. Don't be timid on the shuttle runs. And good luck on these quarterfinal workouts. Hopefully we will see some of you guys advance here. So good luck. Shoot us a message if you guys have any questions. As always, follow us on Instagram. If you could give this video a like and subscribe, that would be great. And we'll catch you guys next time.